Today we're going to talk about the absolute hardest thing to do in real estate. Real estate is an incredibly difficult industry that so many different agents try and grow their business to a place where they reach new heights and succeed all of their dreams and goals. Now, real estate is a very challenging process from the very beginning all the way to the end. There's a lot of growth, a lot of time and energy that comes to actually learning this field at the highest level. Today, we're going to talk about one of the most difficult things in all of real estate. A lot of you guys might think negotiation or contracts or, a lot of the challenging on paper things. But today, I'm going to talk about the mindset struggle that so many agents have. The most difficult thing in all of real estate is to make the very first call. So what I want to talk about is how do we overcome that difficult standard and not make real estate harder than it has to be. So if we already know that the number one most difficult thing in our industry is that very first call, when you're doing lead gen or prospecting or anything of that nature, if we know that, then why do we make that decision so many times in one day? Why do we ask ourselves to make that one difficult choice over and over and over again? And what I'm talking about is multitasking or getting off task and then having to go back and do the same challenge already once again. So when you set up your day and you start early in the morning and you're excited and you got all that energy and you get up the nerve to make that very first call and you called your first lead, every other call after that becomes easier. It becomes more fluid, more natural. Now, what happens is you make that first call, you get in a rhythm, and then your fourth or fifth call, you get a great phone call and you talk to your client and you talk to someone that really could end up being a future business for you. And in your mind, it's spinning and you're like, okay, I need to find houses, I need to set up a search, I need to go generate a listing appointment or a CMA, whatever it is. You're immediately working on that client in the transaction phase instead of staying steady to your lead gen process. And so what that does is it takes you off track. Now, once you're done setting up the search or setting up all the showings or whatever that entails, you have to now go back and do the hardest task in real estate again. You got to make that first call, and you just blew away all your momentum that you had from that initial first part of your lead gen. So my encouragement to you guys is don't make the hardest task in real estate that much harder by having to do it over and over again throughout your day. When you start your calls, when you build that momentum, take notes on the side and get back into the calls right away. Don't wait and go do a different task and then come back. It'll never get done. Put all your distractions away. Stay in that one task of lead gen. Stay in that one groove. Keep that momentum going over and over again throughout your entire session. Then go do those other tasks. Because as soon as you step away from the hardest task as it is and having to go back and do it again, it's going to discourage you from making those calls. That's why you end up only doing 5 to 10 calls a day. Instead, you could be doing 100 plus. So my plan for you today, make your first call and keep making those calls. Don't get distracted. Stay in the zone until you're fully done with your lead gen session. Make that hardest task that much easier and build your business to a whole new level. We'll see you guys next time.